girls and boys. Welcome here to Brandon's World Live on YouTube. I'm your host, Brandon Lewis. Man, oh man, last week I was talking about how the Indians, man, they just need to get something going. And boy, oh boy, oh boy, did they ever now. Always know, like I said, I'm your host, Brandon Lewis. Host of Brandon's World, not only on YouTube but on Buck Show Radio. And since we are away for the summer, I decided to do a quick little YouTube stream here. Talk about a couple things going on in Cleveland sports. Of course, Cleveland is my hometown. Um, and look, at the beginning of the year, I said the Indians are going to win 94 games. I'm already saying I was wrong on that. The Indians clearly have a problem. And, you know, when I look at this team right now, Corey Kluber and Mike Clevenger are both out. And ever since they've been out, the pitching has not been the same. You look at this series against Oakland specifically, every time the Indians would score a run, the pitching the next inning or two would give up a run or more to just widen the lead. And that's been very frustrating to watch. Take, for example, yesterday, Jeffrey Rodriguez, he walked the bases loaded in the first inning. You cannot do that with one out, and then they get a ground ball of a play ball, and Jose Ramirez boots it, and it's just part of the struggles, man. Also part of the struggles, you have third and second with one out, and you can't get one run in. I mean, it's not impossible to not get a run in, but, I mean, you got to at least make contact when you're a struggling team and get one run in. Very frustrating to watch. Absolutely very frustrating. The Indians are now 7 games back of the Minnesota Twins in the AL Central. I'm completely shocked. Okay, I am. It's not a good day to be a Cleveland Indians fan. However, I will say that there is a line of hope. So, I do not believe the Minnesota Twins are that good. I do not believe their pitching can carry them throughout the series. I still believe the Indians are, believe it or not, the best team in the AL Central. The Indians' problem to me is their outfield. I believe that, Roberto Perez has hit better than I thought he would behind the plate, especially as a weight. Jason Kipnis is hitting 270 over the last month. I mean, he's had a pretty good year. Jose at third base has been worse than Kipnis and Perez, but yet he's Jose Ramirez. I feel like he's just in a slump and he'll get out of it. I think Jose Ramirez is the second or third best hitter on the team. You got Santana, who's had a good year, and you got Lindor, that's a good year. So I'm not really panicking about the infield. I think Jake Bauers is a nice utility piece. I think he's young. I think this is a very young team. They chase the high fastball. They chase the breaking ball. Part of what young teams do. And I like Bauers. I don't think it's time to trade him. I think Jordan Luplow is a nice piece in right field. But besides that, and then obviously Mercado, I think the Indians need to go get a power hitting outfielder. I think you need to go give up prospects. I think you need to go get a power hitting outfielder. Obviously, we just let Carlos Gonzalez go. Obviously, we had Hanley Ramirez, designated him for assignment as well. Those two signings the Indians swung and missed on. But Leotis Martinez not getting the job done in center field. Greg Allen, who I thought was a really good center fielder, got sent down. I believe Tyler Naquin's now down in AAA. They're still waiting on Bradley Zimmer, who may or may not play this year. I mean, this team right now, they're very young. They're inexperienced. They're not hitting the ball well, and they're not pitching well. I do think when Corey Kluber and Mike Clevenger come back, I think that'll settle down the pitching, and then hopefully the bats will stay warm, because the bats have not been that bad over this bad stretch. It's been the pitching, which is very uncharacteristic of the Indians. I'm not even going to get into Dolan and fans not showing up because there's been nobody at the ball games. I'm not even going to get into Dolan because you guys already know I do not blame Paul Dolan for their struggles. I think Paul Dolan and the Indians, Mike Chernoff, Chris and Nettie, they made a full-on commitment. They're going to commit to the starting pitching, and we're going to have a power hitter here or there, but we're going to play good, fundamental team baseball. And when you're built like a team like this, and your pitching isn't there, then your hitting's not going to be there either. Then I think it's the basis of the Indian struggles. Is the pitching has really struggled. They're coming to 5-6 runs a game, and the Indians offense is supposed to score somewhere between 3 and 5 runs a game. Now that's not good either. But On some nights they can hit for 4 or 5 runs, and the pitching's giving up 6 or 7. That's no way to win a baseball game. This series against Oakland, 2 of the 3 were winnable. Carrasco and Bauer both had bad starts. They gave him in there. They gave him 4 runs. They gave him 4 or 5 runs, and the pitching just gave up 6 and 7 runs. And you can't win baseball games that way. So, again, I do feel like that Corey Kluber and Mike Clevenger, once they come back, it'll settle down the rotation. I think Jose will get out of the slump. I think you have Wondor who's been doing well at short. I think Kipnis been doing well at second base right now. There's no need to panic for Kipnis at second base. He's done better than I thought. Santana's done good at first. I think Bowers could be a good DH. He's a good utility player. You got Jordan Lupo in right field. And then you got Mercado who can play in center or left. But they only have 2 outfielders, in my opinion, right now. The third outfielder is just not getting the job done. And that's where they're missing on offense. And these guys, even Roberto Perez, who's done better than I thought, they're not consistent. And that's the key. Can Kipnis stay consistent? Can Jordan Lupo stay consistent? Can Mercado be consistent? This team reminds me a lot of the 2015 team we had. We're just a bunch of young guys, and they're good, but they're not great. And, Corey Kluber hasn't been himself this year, and it's just been a down-winding tailspin. But I will say this. They need to start winning now. I've never been in favor of a fire sale, but this team may need one if they don't start winning. We have an older manager, we have an older owner who wants to win, and we kind of have an older team. So if you do not win this year, maybe time for a fire sale. Maybe time to start over. It may not be the worst option, but I think you got to wait to the end of May, and if they're constantly losing, then you might want to blow it up. If not, then you kind of stay on the railroad tracks here. But the Indians need to start winning. Like I said, what I would do is, because I think the bullpen's pretty fine this year. I don't think they've been that bad, and I think the pitching will be fine once Kluber and Clevenger come back. I would throw all my eggs into one aspect. I'd give up some prospects, and I'd go get a power hitting outfielder. It won't be too out of the loop to say, I know they, I can't think of one off the top of my head, but go get an outfielder that can hit. Nick Castellanos from Detroit. I know we don't trade away from in the division. We got Leonard Smart team from the division. We give up a couple of our good prospects to Detroit, which I wouldn't even mind at this point. Go get Castellanos. Move Lupo maybe to DH. Maybe we give up Bowers or Castellanos becomes the DH. You have Lupo in there right field. You gotta do something. Gotta get a big bat. Maybe call who's he on now? Boston. Go get JD Martinez. We give up a lot, but you gotta go get somebody. Maybe Mercado can play left, or maybe we can go get a center fielder. You gotta do something with that outfield. The outfield to me is just not cutting it, and I have a lot of ideas on guys that you can go get, but that's where I would go if I was the Indians. So one more time, I'm not in panic mode yet, but I'm getting closer there. And if they don't start winning here in the next 8 days that this calendar month remains, they're in trouble. And now let's shift to the Browns. Everybody's bashing Colin Cowherd because he's talking trash about Odell and Baker Mayfield. Look, you guys know I like Colin Cowherd. And I don't think he's wrong about Odell Beckham. New team, new coach, I want you there. Now, if it was a guy like Joe Bitonio or Christian Kirksey, next year, when the guys there, whatever, they don't have to show up. They're veterans. I get it. They're voluntary. But when you're on a new team, and when you have a new coach, especially, I want everybody there. First year, I want everybody there. New coach, show some respect, learn the playbook. Odell's new team, get to know your teammates. That's another aspect. I think Odell should be there. Get the timeline down with Baker Mayfield. Look, Browns have added a lot of talent, but on paper, they've added a lot of talent. And I don't know. Part of me thinks it's going to blow up. I'm not the biggest fan of John Dorsey. I've said it before. I think he's a good general manager, but I think he has a big ego. Baker Mayfield has a big ego. This whole team is a big ego. John Dorsey's all about egos. To me, they're just throwing around talent, and you Browns fans are just throwing around Super Bowl, and to me, I don't see it. I just don't see it. So, yes, I do want to know Odell Beckham to be there. I do have a problem with him not showing up. I would say the same thing, by the way, if this was an Eagles player. I think Doug Peterson's first year, everybody showed up. Second year, everybody showed up. Last year, I think maybe Lane Johnson, Jason Kelsey, and some of the offensive linemen didn't show up, but that's fine because they're veterans. Again, if you're a veteran and coach in their second, third year, I'm okay with you not showing up. Now, I would show up as a player because I think it's important to get better, but I understand they're voluntary. I understand some people think they can train on their own. I mean, I kind of understand it, not really, but I do. Um, you know, I would show up to an OTA if I was a player every single year. It wouldn't matter. That's just me. Doesn't matter what position I'm in. And there you have it. Don't love the Green Month signing. Think too much baggage. Gerald McCoy is a good player. He's going to come with a lot of money. Browns have a lot of egos in that room. And we'll see if they turn out. I think the Browns have the potential to win 12 wins. I think they're talented enough to win 12 wins. Will they? We'll see. Freddie Kitchens, to me, is not a qualified head coach. We'll see if he is qualified at the end of this year. I thought Hugh Jackson was a qualified head coach, though, and again, I was wrong. But we all thought Hugh Jackson was a qualified head coach. I mean, we saw what he did in Cincinnati. And, great coordinators turn out to be bad head coaches sometimes. And I don't have a good feeling about Freddie Kitchens' ability to lead a room. But that's just me. Alright, guys, that's going to be it for this stream. Glad you guys to hear my thoughts today. Make sure you leave a comment down below. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.